film of Rutgers against Washington. Very high-powered offense Washington has. What was Rutgers doing to them that they gave them so much trouble and kind of held them in check a little bit?
Well, they've played, not just that game, now they're 4, 5, 6, 7 in most stats in the conference. Run, pass, conversions, scoring. Coach Ash, defense-oriented guy. They're solid up front. They've started operating a lot of their stuff out of an odd front. I don't know if Washington was ready for that. They're kind of big up front. They're good on the edges. And, of course, he challenges every throw. Just looked like Washington was out of sync. But Rutgers did a really nice job. And, really, they did every game. They defensively, they've been rock solid. I think second half last week against Nebraska, they ran the ball a little bit on them. They played good defense all year.
Hey, Kevin, I know you guys just got done evaluating Dwayne's film and his first extended action of his career. Do you guys think you are, I know there's no quarterback situation in terms of who the starter is, but are you guys wanting to continue to get him into the game and maybe not only in blowout situations when you guys have a big lead, but you can conceive in a situation where he might be used or needed in a playing game that's in question in the near future?
Yeah, we've not had that conversation. I think the bottom line, it's hard to win, and you're doing everything to win. And JT's our guy. It's nice that we played well enough that he got extended time. It's nice to get Joe in. Joe still hadn't played enough, protecting. He actually came in and was, perfect in his stretch. There's a lot of good competition. We've talked behind the scenes. Tate's doing well. It's a credit to Coach Day. The way JK's practicing, it's really helping Mike Weber and those young guys practice. Rashad Berry making a play the other day really helps Marcus Ball. So competition's a good thing. But we're trying to win the game, and we're going to go with the guys, and JT's our guy.
Are there any situations where you think that you guys could be better off in a close game or to win a game?
No, not
JT
close.
The guy?
The young man's getting better the more he plays. He's practicing great, but you're talking about years of competitive situations and knowledge and decision making, and the other guy can make some plays, but he's burning you right now, and that's just, he is kind of where he needs to be, and Joe's coming along nice, so's Tate. So it's a good situation. What I like is that Coach Day has made it a competitive situation. Those kids are practicing great.
On passes of 20 yards or more, JT's 2 of 13 on the season. I realize 13 passes is not very much for 4 games, not a big sample size. My question is, in practice, how is he doing on downfield passes? Is he where you want him to be in practice on the downfield passes, Kevin?
Yeah, and like the other day, there's a couple against Army that we threw that we said, let's take some deep shots, and they played so far off us we couldn't get by them. And they were just basically throwaways. And so I would say there's a percentage of those plays that JT's got that are calls in situations. So we've worked to get it downfield. We will. I do think we lead the conference in passing, and we're doing okay. We didn't play well against a great team in one game. We've got to play better in those games, and we're just working to, if that line plays well and the running game gets going and protection gets firm, and all those pieces work together, we can be good. So we're just trying to, the passing game's got a lot of work to do, but I still think we got so much work to do up front, tight end, run game protection, because when that stuff gets going, it's all easy, and JT, Dwayne, all those guys will be great.
On the short passes, he looked really sharp. He was fitting the ball into some tight windows against UNLV, JT was. Yep. Just talk more about that. You guys are really stretching the field horizontally, and he's fitting the ball into some tight windows, it seems like, at least recently.
Yeah, I would have said the last couple weeks, I think he's kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more assertive anticipation. Not waiting to see if it's there, but so like you say, he's fitting in some tight windows. But I think he's fitting because he's seeing, he's letting it go instead of waiting it. Sometimes when you wait, protection breaks down. You never saw the ball being thrown. So now I think he's just getting more confident with trusting Coach Day trusting him, what they like, the receivers, protection fitting out, and again, a good week of practice so far. You're playing in the Big Ten now. They're going to play man coverage outside, in particular, almost every play Saturday in the Big Ten. Every play is going to be challenged. So there's going to be a lot of tight window throws. It's great he had that game. I just thought he anticipated and kind of just cut it loose a little bit better. It's nice to see.
Kevin, we've heard a couple times from Coach Meyer that C.J. Saunders has to get bigger and has to be able to block to play for you guys. I think you see like Hunter Renfro last year or Mikey Dudek at Illinois. There's undersized guys in the slot that can play without doing that. Why in your offense does Saunders have to still get bigger, if that makes sense?
Well, I don't know if it's getting bigger, but you got to block. Like, we had a couple guys at my previous school that, the the win kid from Glenville was he showed up at 142 pounds. And Mitchell Page last year, 87, is a nice little player, but you have to play without the ball. And that's where it's not necessarily maybe getting bigger, but you got to be strong enough that you can play with inside leverage and block safeties and block backers. He's got a great feel of the passing game, great feel of spatial awareness, naturally a pretty good route runner. But you know, he caught how many balls he catch today? Six. How many plays he did? So what are you doing without the ball? And you got to be able to be a solid blocker. And I just think, as young as he's been, not really been in our program, and he's not going to be a 195-pound kid.
Right.
But he'll get stronger. He'll be more complete. And the more complete you are, the more you play.
Are you seeing some signs of, with that he could help, if not this season or down the road?
Yeah, I mean, we've traveled him. I mean, the first, you know, he was really solid in spring, had a great preseason. Going in the IU week, he lit him. Coach said, let's take him. And, you know, to me, we need to have 3 slots. And right now, you know, after Paris and KJ, he's the third one. You have to have 3 guys playing spots. So he's in the mix, and we'll keep playing him. The stronger he gets, hopefully have more special team value. He'll be more and more complete in years to come.
Hey, Kevin, I appreciate that he has stuff that he has to do in the other aspects of the game, but that question that he had, or I mean that catch that he had, that touchdown on Dwayne's first touchdown ever, was that an elite level Ohio State reception? I mean, it seemed like that would have been a pretty tough play.
Yeah, but if we wouldn't have tried to fit it in, the guy outside was wide open for an easy floater. So he tried to, he just tried to.
Showing off, huh?
Yeah. Buyer beware on some of those in weeks to come.
But he did make the play, though.
Yeah. I mean, Dwayne sucked. It was hard not to catch him. He put it right in his face. So it was really a great throw. It'd been an easier throw to get it outside. They kind of busted a coverage, and as the 2 guys went vertical, he stuck it on the one. The outside throw would have been a gimme. But just when you stick it, you better stick it in or else.
Kevin, you've watched JT Barrett play the last several years against him, and then now, do you think he's underappreciated?
Very much.
And why do you say that?
Well, one, it comes with the territory of the position he plays. It comes with the territory of where he plays. And I think that's sometimes why I think hopefully Coach Day, and we're getting through to him, quit worrying so much and quit trying to be perfect and trust yourself, trust your teammates. Don't be foolish and careless, but live on the edge and start anticipating and cut it loose a little bit. So, because it's, you live in a day and age where, he's a great kid, he's a pleaser, but he's got to be a winner. And a winner, he can get us beat, but we got to keep pushing him to get on the edge of playing smart football in an aggressive style. And I think those are the things about some of those tight window throws we saw this week. He started just letting it go and not forcing it, but really, slinging the football.
Is Rutgers definitely better on defense from what you saw on video a year ago? Clearly, they've changed some things.
A little bit up front for sure, but they're stronger. That was a very stout performance against Washington. They really played well until last week. Then Nebraska popped a couple runs. They had that game going. So I mean, it's kind of Chris is probably maybe disappointed it's not better, but they're playing. Their defense is going to give them a chance, and we've got to play well. It's got a chance on the road to be an ugly game. We got to block them up front. We got to firm it up. We have to make challenge throws one-on-one, and it's going to be tough, real tough.
Kevin, how does Mike Weber look this week, and Joe Burrow? How are they coming?
Both really good. Mike Weber's most extensive practice and looking good, and could have went last week. I think we thought an opportunity that we pushed him through a couple weeks, and then we felt with where it was and the health of the other guys. So last week he practiced not as much. This week he's getting a lot of reps. Best he's looked, but hopefully we'll get him going.
On the O-line, can you give us kind of a state of the union on how the O-line is 1/3 of the way through the regular season?
I think we're gaining on, but we got a ways to go to be what we need to be. And it's that time of year where we finally got today. You can feel through practice. The wind started flipping around. It started getting a little cooler, and the leaves start to color a little bit. And that's when you got to play Big Ten up front football. And we can spread it out and go tempo and be cute and all that stuff. But the game's played up front. It's played blocking. It's played behind your pads. And every year you pop your pads, you have to recreate that. We're in an era where you have to recreate how to play pad level football, how to play with your hands inside, how to get momentum. I thought that was one of my issues earlier this season. We did some things where in practice I didn't give our offensive line a chance to get momentum during the week, so they come into the game with confidence and they can roll off the ball and be assertive. And we've done it the last couple of weeks. We're at the time we've got to keep building it, because you want to keep that. You want that to increase. And I think each week, if you're a good offensive line and good team, you can feel it. And right now, we're close, but you don't feel it like we need to roll. So we'll see if we can keep coming. We've had a tough 2 weeks of practice with those kids, and this front's going to be stout up front and be a good challenge to see if we're gaining on it.
Kevin,
2 more questions.
Urban said that a few weeks ago, whenever Mike Weber was healthy, he'd like to do some 2-back sets with Mike and JK back there together. Have you guys been able to practice that much with Mike's hamstring? Is that something you guys have?
Minimal. It would be easy to do with some of the concepts we do, but in play volume, when they both get out there, you wear yourself. We've been fighting a little bit of an issue with DeMario McCall, so we just tried to manage it with practice reps. That being said, it's a little bit more about getting through practice than scheming up something. Good, guys? Have a great night.
Thanks, Coach. You too.